Assalamu alaikum. Right, hello everyone. And today we'll discuss, writing mechanism. Right. Specifically, I'm going to talk about, capitalization. All right. So, specifically, I will discuss, the rules for capitalizing words in English. All right, by the end of this lesson, as for the learning outcomes, the students should be able to apply the basic rules of capitalization and writing effectively. So what are those rules? Here, specifically, when do we need to capitalize words in English? Right, what are those rules? Right, so we capitalize the first word in a sentence. So whatever you start the first sentence in your paragraph, you need to capitalize the first word, like this sentence: my best friend is my dog, right? So we need to capitalize, the word my. Specifically we're talking about the letter M, right, at the beginning. So when you start your sentences, you need to capitalize the first word, right? Next rule, right, we need to capitalize the pronoun I always, whether it comes at the beginning, middle, or at the end. Wherever you use the pronoun I, you need to capitalize that. Here in this sentence, he and I, it comes in the middle of the sentence, so you need to capitalize that. But again, you need to capitalize this word whatever, right, you locate the pronoun I in a sentence. Again, either in the beginning, middle, or in the end. Okay. Also, we need to capitalize, abbreviations, acronyms from the first letter of words. Right. Here, what do you mean by abbreviation? It means shortened forms of word. Right. Like the word here we have, for example, case A. Thus or this abbreviation stands for Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, right? Another abbreviation we have UN, right? United Nations, KFU, King Faisal University, right? And finally we have what is called acronyms. Acronyms, it is a word that is formed from the initials, the first letter of different words, and we cannot pronounce the letters individually. Like K is A, you pronounce each letter individually. Here we pronounce those letters as a new word or pronounceable words. This is a new word, right? So as we can see here, AIDS, A stands for acquired, I stands for immuno, and D for immunodeficiency, deficiency. Finally, the S stands for syndrome. So AIDS, okay, means acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. We have other words like radar, for example. The radar stands for radio detection and ranging, and so on, right? So whatever you find or you write or you use, abbreviations or acronyms in your paragraph, in your sentences, you need to capitalize those abbreviations and acronyms. Okay, now let's move on to the next rule. All proper nouns. You need to capitalize all proper nouns. And we have, types of proper nouns here. First, names of deities. Deities mean God, like Allah, God, right? If you write that, you need to capitalize that. And names of people, right? Like Mr. Muhammad, okay, and their titles, absolutely. Mr., Mrs. Smith, Mr. Muhammad, Prof, okay, or professor. You need to capitalize that in your writing. Okay, we carry on with proper nouns here, like name of nationalities, races, ethnic groups, languages, and religions. Okay, like nationalities like Saudi Arabian, right? American, okay, British. You need to capitalize that. Races, Asian, right? Muslim. Or religion and language like English, Islam, for example, this religion, you need to capitalize that. And English, the languages, English, Spanish, French, you need to capitalize all those because they are languages. And English, we need to capitalize languages. specific places, sorry, specific places on the map, especially like, you know, cities, New York, Riyadh, North Pole, okay, or streets like, you know, Prince Faisal Street. Also, we need to capitalize in specific geographic areas like the Middle East, Eastern Europe. Okay. Names of the days, months, and special days like, you know, Monday, Sunday, all the weekdays. Right, we need to capitalize those, you know, months, the 12 months, you need January, February, March, April, you need to capitalize these. And special days like, you know, Ramadan, Eid al-Fitr, you know, Eid al-Adha, you need to capitalize those special days, right, or occasions. We'll carry on with all proper nouns, also specific building, bridges, dams, and monuments, right, like the White House, Golden Gate Bridge, Taj Mahal, right, you need to capitalize all those in your writing. And you also capitalize in organization, government agency, business, schools, clubs, teams like State Department, Riyadh Bank, Harvard University, Newcastle United, Red Cross, and so on. Right, you need to capitalize all those. All right. Also, including the proper noun, you know, school subjects, but you need, you know, they must be written with the course number. Okay, like English 101, right? Here you capitalize English because it's a language, all right? And followed by the numbers, the subject 101, right? Business administration 312, right, or 312, right? And that you need, you know, to capitalize this course or the subject, especially if it comes or when it comes with the number, right? If the number is not used, for example, like, you know, business administration without the number 312, in that case you don't need to capitalize. So if I write, you know, he started chemistry without the number, I don't need to capitalize chemistry. But if I say he started chemistry 312, in that case I need to capitalize the word chemistry. Why? Because we use, you know, the school subjects with course number. Finally, the first and the last word of all important words in the title. If you use a title for book, magazine, right, you need to capitalize, you know, all important words. What I mean by important words, only the content words. Function words, we don't capitalize them, like, you know, prepositions, for example, or, you know, coordinating conjunctions in a title. We don't need to capitalize them. Like here, you know, this is a title of a novel by Leo Tolstoy, you know, the Russian novelist, the famous Russian novelist, War and Peace. Right? This is a title, as I said, we need to capitalize that in your writing. Okay, here again, Indiana Jones, the name of a movie. All right, again, you need to capitalize the important words, the first word and the next word. Keep in mind here, the title of the books, magazine, newspaper, plays, and films are italized. Okay, you need to italize them. They are not written in a straight line. You have to use italicization. Okay, you have to be written in italics. All right. Now let's have, you know, an exercise. You know, in this exercise, the following paragraph: change small letters to capital letters whenever it is necessary. And you find this on page 9 in the book, you know, as I said, academic writing level 3, you will find that. All right, so we'll go through this quickly and we'll try to amend, you know, mistakes which we have to change the small letters, right, to capital letters. Starting by the title here, future businessman, right, we need to capitalize, you know, although it is, you know, not necessary, not important, because it comes at the beginning of the title. Okay, so you need to capitalize that. So then the word future, and businessman. Why? Because it is a title. Then let's move on to the paragraph here. We need to capitalize, you know, I. Why? Because we said wherever you locate I in a sentence, you need to capitalize that. In the middle, the pronoun I mean. Okay, either the beginning, middle, or the end, right? So I would like to introduce my classmate Roberto Sanchez. Here we need to capitalize Roberto on Sanchez because it's proper noun. We need to capitalize he with the next sentence. Why? Because it's at the beginning of the sentence. All right, Puerto Rico. And we need to capitalize that. Caribbean Sea because it's a geographical place. As for, Puerto Rico because it is, name of the city. Right here also Roberto at the beginning of the next sentence. We need to capitalize RY because it is a proper noun. Next sentence we have he. Again, we need to capitalize that because it is at the beginning of the sentence. San Juan or San Juan. Again, it is the name of the city. Alright, let's move on to the next. Here we have his native language. Again, we need to capitalize, his, right? And the word Spanish, why? Because it is a language. He started, English because it's a language, should be capitalized in elementary school and high school too. Roberto because it's a name, you need to capitalize that. From a large family. And the word he here, okay. In the next sentence, the word he, play electric bass. And he again, sometimes because at the beginning of the sentence, they play on Saturday. We need to capitalize that. Fantasia Club, why? Because it's the name of the club. The Fourth Street, and so on. Still you have, 2 sentences, you need to do that yourself. All right, that's all for this. The last 2 slides is about, or 3 slides, or it's about, the self-evaluation. We need to choose the correct, okay? And the correct is D here, right? It's celebrated on the 4th Thursday because it's the day, right? And November, the month, United States, and the 2nd Monday, again Monday, we need to capitalize that on October, right? In Canada, again, October is a month, and Canada, it's the name of the country, proper noun. All right. Next one, it is, C, the C, right? Thanksgiving is a holiday in both Canada and the United States, but it's celebrated in different days in 2 countries. Okay. And the last one, it's also C, Istanbul. Okay, we need to capitalize that because it's at the beginning of the sentence. And, right, it is, the name of the city. And it's a seaport city in Turkey. And Turkey is, a country, so we need to capitalize that regardless of its location in a sentence, whether it's at the beginning, middle, or at the end. We need to capitalize that all the time. All right, with this, I conclude this lecture. Thank you very much.